Hi, this is Terry. Welcome back to my channel. If you've noticed, we've been off for about 2 weeks. I turned 51 on April 5th and just took a break. And so now we're back, and I had lunch with a friend of mine I hadn't seen in a while, and she asked for an update on what's going on with me and the family, and I realized this would be a perfect topic for one of the 3 videos that we are recording today, because I'm headed out of town for a week and we need to get some stuff in the can. So Finn, do you want me to start with you, Adam, or Dad?
How about you start with Adam and or Dad and you don't talk about
Oh no, I mapped this out. So anyway, Adam is actually doing pretty well. He was here for Easter, which was fantastic. We were able to celebrate not only my birthday, Easter, but also his birthday, because he just turned 20. And you know what? We're starting to see that prefrontal cortex development happening, you know, him appreciating the flowers and balloons that I had sent, and the Barry Zito jersey that Zeke took care of when we were at the A's game on Easter. And all I can say is, let's go Oakland. If you're not an Oakland fan, well, you know, your loss. Although it does seem to be fairly problematic to be an A's fan these days. Anyway,
I know, it seems like it's our law.
Well, no, because they won again today. We're recording this on Sunday. Yeah, they won like the last 8 in a row.
Oh.
Yeah, this is better because otherwise Adam goes off the deep end. But he managed to, he's doing really well at San Diego City College, where he's taking classes. He got his midterm reports into LMU and Chapman, so fingers crossed that one of those schools accepts him so that we know what the hell is going to happen in the fall with him. His house that he's living in San Diego was purchased, and they're trying to actually get them out early. So who knows what Adam's going to be doing over the summer. He's talking about couch surfing in various different places. We just know that we don't want him here all summer long.
He doesn't want him here.
None of us want, yeah, it's not a good scene. He was doing really well with his tutoring job that he had through Dexter, I think it was like Dexter University or Dexter School. And then he got laid off because, as with, unfortunately with startups, sometimes financial situations and game plans can be a bit precarious. So he's been a little bit lost for the last couple of weeks. So I'm hoping he gets back on track. We're trying to get him the vaccine because Zeke, Finn, and I have all had vaccine number 1, and Finn.
I've got number 2 on Thursday.
And then I have it the following week, and then Zeke will get it his sometime in May. So Adam seems to be on a good path. I'm getting, you know, appreciative calls and texts, and I love yous, and I have to say I am totally not complaining about that. So that's a good thing as he gets a little bit older, or maybe he has some sort of a nefarious plan he hasn't told us about, and he's just buttering me up. But I don't think he's that manipulative, honestly. What do you think, Finn?
I think if he put his mind to it, he could be.
He's just too goddamn lazy.
He's too lazy.
And he knows that he can probably convince us of just about anything. So, moving on to the second kid, let's see. Oh, the other thing about Adam that's really kind of funny is he got this wearable blanket that was like a hoodie type thing that I think...
You got a Snuggie?
I think it's a Snuggie, yeah. He loves it. It has a hood. He basically... I did ask him if he cleans it. He said yes, he does. That's a good thing. And I'm also excited he's coming home for Mother's Day. So that's exciting. Speaking of excitement, not that it really matters these days with colleges, but Finn got their SAT scores back. And the most important thing about the score, Finn?
I beat Adam's score.
Did we figure out what Adam's was?
I thought it was like a 1410.
Or, yeah.
Or 1420, but I blew him out of the park with my 1500 SAT, and I'm very proud of myself.
The unfortunate thing is California schools don't necessarily take the SATs into account.
Public schools don't. But they don't even want you to send it to them. But private schools will consider if you send it to them.
Which brings me to the other thing. So Finn has been researching colleges because applications are going to be opening up this fall, and you're trying to figure out where you want to apply to. So what are some of the top ones you're looking at right now?
I'm looking at UC Santa Cruz, UC Santa Barbara. I'm looking at Pomona. I'm looking at Stanford. I'm looking at a couple colleges in Oregon, and
well, I'm
maybe
excited
some in Colorado.
If you get into Stanford, we could see you all the time. We
No.
could just drop in unannounced.
No. If I go to Stanford, I will be writing up a contract where you need to give me at least 36 hours notice.
You know what? That is not a problem. Don't worry. We don't want to see you any more than you want to see us. That is not a problem. On Thursday, Finn and I went up to San Francisco. It was a beautiful day. We got to go to the Van Gogh light exhibit, which was super fun. Yep.
Oh yeah, it was great.
And Finn and I are planning a trip to Nicaragua to visit my friend Christy Nichols, who has the company Venture Within. And Finn will do a little bit of an internship down there. I will just hang out by a pool or on the beach. And so I'll be gone for about 10 days, and Finn will be gone for about a month, and that'll be exciting. We're trying to reschedule our trip to France and figure out what that's going to look like. And then you're also looking into that outdoor program, the what's that? NOLS.
Yeah.
What is that?
So it's this expedition program where I could go on trips. I think it's just around the United States. I could be wrong.
Wait, I thought Emma was in Mexico.
Oh. Well, then I was wrong. But the programs that I've looked at, the ones that have rock climbing as one of their main features, they're all in the United States.
So potentially after we go to France, after Finn graduates from college or high school in December, that's a little fast, then maybe France, and then maybe one of these NOLS programs. So if you have tips on how Finn can get into the NOLS program, please definitely drop a note in the comments. We heard that it's pretty tough to get into them right now with COVID and people taking gap years, semesters, whatever. So anything you can do to help would be fantastic.
Or other similar programs where I get to go for a month or so in the wilderness and do things.
And it's not Outward Bound and it's not Wilderness Conquest, because Finn is a little bit of a problem child, but not that kind of a problem child. And my brother was one of those problem children. So Zeke is getting ready to do a 16-day bike trip on Route 66. So driving down to Santa Monica, taking a picture, and then driving through LA, and then 850 miles to Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is going to be interesting. He and I won't see each other for 3 weeks, and we've been really working on our relationship and being very intentional about our communication, date nights, trips to the beach. The pleasure experiment is still in play. Go ahead and plug. I'll go ahead and put a link to that video if you just don't understand what that's all about, but that's still in play, super fun, and 3 weeks apart is not sounding like a fun time, but I'll be in Palm Springs for a couple days of those, and then you don't need to cover your eyes. You can just cover your ears. Zeke's been happily juggling, doing his woodcraft Facebook job. He's also been testing out being a handyman of sorts around Redwood City, and then he works 2 days a week at REI, which is helping to offset the broader costs associated with all the extra gear that he seems to be coming home with on a regular basis. And he's on the lookout for climbing shoes for Finn and an e-bike and a touring bike. So I think he's going to be working at REI for a while to get some of the pro discounts, which he seems to be having a good time with, and that's good. He's figuring out who he is and what makes him happy. I'm trying to figure out who I am and what makes me happy, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more in Saturday's video. I'm having a bit of an existential crisis right now. I know I'm not alone. So I'll give more of an update on what I'm up to in Saturday's video. So be sure to check back if you're at all curious about that. We are all enjoying the spring weather. It has been delightful here in the Silicon Valley. We are all somewhat optimistic about things opening up, spending a little bit more time with other people, especially since we have started the first half of the vaccination process. Is that like the desantification process? I know, weird ass references here. Let me drink some more champagne.
That just came out of left field, Mom.
Well, yeah, probably. I'm in a weird place. I'm just in a weird place. Let's just put it that way. This video is coming out on 4/20, so if you are one to appreciate and celebrate that, enjoy. That's not my thing, but
Definitely Adams.
Definitely Adams. So with that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I am working on leveling up my social media strategy and content and trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So you'll be hearing more about that as I work on that. And you'll see some refinement in the videos as I work with my friend Werner on that as well. And with that, let go of perfection, take some risks, and above all else, have some fun.